How's it going? I'm Ty Wilson. This first song was my first single that I put out about a year ago that went to radio.
Howl'n in the Wolf Den.
It's called Catch You in My Next Life. Got lost in the crowd in the big city. Feel the count of the south across the borderline. If I travel all night, who would miss me? All I want is that Daytona sunshine, yeah. Find me a little space, a little room to breathe, yeah. Got my foot on the floor, follow the yellow line. Got this feeling and I can't ignore it. Before I knew it was about time. County line, state line, count 'em as they passing by. Crossing rivers and Virginia pines. Warm breeze still beyond, causing driving men I'm flying. Catch you in my next life. I ain't falling from grace, oh no. Ain't a sinner wanna hit that highway. Call me devil, may care if you have to. I was one who always do things my way. I ain't running scared, I'm just running from me, yeah. Got my foot on the floor, follow the yellow line. Got this feeling and I can't ignore it. Before I knew it was about time. County line, state line, count 'em as they passing by. Crossing rivers and Virginia pines. Warm breeze still beyond, causing driving men I'm flying. Catch you in my next life. Oh, 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 oh. Spirits calling at a crossroads. Ain't gonna let the city take my soul. Yeah, got my foot on the floor, follow the yellow line. Got this feeling and I can't ignore it. Before I knew it was about time. County line, state line, count 'em as they passing by. Crossing rivers and Virginia pines. Warm breeze still beyond, causing driving men I'm flying. Catch you in my next life. All right, well, the origin story is I'm from Peterborough, Ontario. Was born and raised here. Actually grew up out in Keene. My grandparents owned a trailer park called Shady Acres out on Rice Lake. My grandmother was a local singer, had her own TV show in the 60s called Kawartha Junction, or late 50s, early 60s, opened for Johnny Cash. Gave me my first guitar at 10 years old and basically told me that if I played or learned how to play music, that wherever I went, I'd always be able to make friends and form connections. So that's exactly what I did. I started learning and kept going with it, starting my first bands right here in town, being played on the alternate route in the mid-2000s, a band called Far From Keene. Well, the alternate route was this awesome hour or couple hours that started at 9 o'clock locally on the Wolf, that played, maybe a little louder type music, much loud style music. So heavier rock, in our case, screamo and hardcore music. So, miss those days. So from there, I ended up going to university. We broke up. And when I came back to this area, or more so Guelph, formed another rock band called Riots and Revelry, and then got signed to a label for my own music, Vic Park Records. I was on the label with a pop band called Neverest, who had a few gold records. In the later 2000s and early 2010s, I put out my first solo EP back in 2014, and then I kind of took off to Victoria, BC, and played music out west, and ended up back here in 2017. Started recording music again during COVID, actually, 2020, 2021, and put out my first singles over the last year. So it's kind of been a skyrocket ride from there, and now I'm with the band Against the Wind, so that Bob Seger tribute act. And we're playing all over Ontario and parts of the States. I just came back from a U.S. tour in March for my own music. Yeah, we're rocking. This one's probably become my most well-known song. Also Night to Radio. Right now it's got a music video and all that kind of stuff going for it. So this song's called Another Day, Another Pour. His fingers are worn down to the bone. My back aches when I get home. Earning sunburned dollars trying to get by. It ain't much, but it's my life. I carry my lunch in a paper bag. A little 90 proof to get me through the day. Warms me right down to the core. Another day, another pour. Drink my whiskey straight and neat. My collar's blue, my neck is beat. Red labels all I can afford. Another day, another pour. I know time's not on my side. 20 years of overtime. There's nothing a working man loves more. Another day, another pour. I know I misunderstood, but the battle always does me good. I know what that overtime is for. Another day, another pour. Drink my whiskey straight and neat. My collar's blue, my neck is beat. Red labels all I can afford. Another day, another pour. I know time's not on my side. 20 years of overtime. There's nothing a working man loves more. Another day, another pour. Oh, 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 oh. Another day, another pour. Oh, oh, oh. Another day, another pour. Dressed in black till closing time. All my heroes drank them dry. At sunrise they'll kick me out the door. To another day, another pour. Drink my whiskey straight and neat. My collar's blue, my neck is beat. Her labels all I can afford. Another day, another pour. I know time's not on my side. 20 years of overtime. There's nothing a working man loves more. Another day, another pour. Oh, 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 oh. Another day, another pour. Oh, oh, another day, another pour. That's awesome. What music album changed your life forever? So the first Boston record, which I actually have the logo or the record, the spaceship guitars tattooed on my on my arm. That record taught me what amazingly, smart, melodic, beautiful music sounded like. It's one of the ones that goes back, to some of my earliest days. My dad used to use a cassette, make me mixtapes of classic rock because so much of my family was very country oriented. So he had to make sure that he was getting his rock in there. And so some of my earliest memories are of, Boston and Styx and David Bowie and stuff like that. But that first Boston album and namely, More Than a Feeling as a song became probably my favorite, definitely my favorite album and my favorite song of all time. Right, what's the worst gig you ever played? I got a story for this, more like, because it's a juxtaposition that I think is really accurate to a musician's life. So it's the first one that came off the top of my head. So I'm gonna go with it. Last year, I played a show with Against the Wind in the States to 1,000 people in a theater in Pittsburgh. And the next night, I, drove 8 hours home and went and played a show up north to a bar with 3 people in it. And so it was, it kind of just made me laugh in my head, 3 hours of not many people in a bar and basically just playing to the bar staff and the owner. Is that fun juxtaposition of, you have your highs and your lows and you just kind of got to bounce with them. It was your first celebrity crush. Oh man, that's a good one. I rehearsed this too. Like I remember when I was a kid, I had much music interviews and stuff like that where they would always ask who was your first celebrity crush. I would have to say Keira Knightley, probably. Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I was pretty young during that time. And then Ginger Spice from the Spice Girls, for sure. Cool. So once again, my name's Ty Wilson. Here with you, live at the Wolf. So I'm in a Bob Seger tribute band called Against the Wind. So here's one of his most famous tunes called Night Moves. Too tall, could use a few pounds. Tight pants, points, hollering out. Black-haired beauty, big dark eyes. Points all around, sitting way up high. Way up firm and high. Out past cornfields where the woods got heavy. Out in the backseat of my '60 Chevy. Working on mysteries without any clues. Working on a 9 moves. Trying to lose good teenage blues. Practicing on 9 moves. In the summertime. We were just young and restless and bold, living by the sword. Steal away every chance we could, the back room of the alley or the trusty wood. I used to shame us, me, neither one cared. We were getting our share, yeah, working on a 9 moves. Trying to make some front page driving news. Practicing on 9 moves. summertime. Oh, sweet summertime, summertime. No, I won't feel lightning. Yeah, I wait on the thunder, waiting on the thunder. I woke last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sat and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Ain't it funny how the night moves? You just don't seem to have as much to lose. Strange how the night moves. With autumn closing in. Night moves. Oh, night moves. Hey, yeah. Oh, night moves. Working and practicing, yeah. Oh, night moves. Lord, I remember. Lord, I remember. Oh, night moves, night moves. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I remember. So you can find everything on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you get your music, really. YouTube, I have a video for Another Day, Another Pour up there. I got some lyric videos for my other singles. There's some live acoustic performances there. The same with Against the Wind. So againstthewind.ca is their website. We've got a bunch of videos up on YouTube with them. As for gigs locally right now, I'm playing tomorrow night. So that'll be Wednesday, the 17th at Farm Hill Events, just outside of Peterborough. And then I'm off to Windsor on Thursday with Against the Wind at the Capitol Theatre there. Friday, I'm in Chatham at the Kiwanis Theatre with Against the Wind. And then Saturday, I'm back here at McThirsty's. I've had a lot of fun putting music out again. I hadn't put music out in I think it was 7 or 8 years by the time my first singles came back around. So I've been enjoying the feedback I'm getting from people and you know, that connection that you can make through songs. And so a lot of the songs come from my struggles and knowing people can relate to them and everything like that, you know, gives me fuel to keep going and keep making music. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going. All right. This next song is a song that I recently put out a couple months ago, and it's my current single. So make sure you go take a listen to it on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your music. And I wrote it about thinking that maybe you're the problem once you're getting out of a relationship. You know, it's not the other person. It's most likely yourself. And, you know, kind of those feelings of being or feeling like you are bad luck. So the song's called Pair of Hearts. Maybe I'm just bad luck. Ain't no other way to explain it. I can keep them around for a while, then it falls apart. Maybe it's just bad timing. The wrong girl and the wrong guy, and Try to fill that space for a while, but it ain't in the cards. Man, I go back to the table again. Got a pair of kings in my hand. If it don't show on the river, maybe I just don't get her. But they're gonna cash out in the end. It ain't how much I win when I played all my highest cards, when all I need is a pair of hearts. Maybe it's just bad luck, maybe it's just bad habits. When somebody gets too close, I'm gonna look for a place to hide. They'll say that they're in love, the ones I met for coffee, the ones that tried to fix me, and the ones that stayed the night. Man, I go back to the table again. Got a pair of kings in my hand. If it don't show on the river, maybe I just don't get her. But they're gonna cash out in the end. It ain't how much I win when I played on my highest cards, and all I need is a pair of hearts. Maybe she's right now, maybe she just pulled up a stool. If I don't change my ways, I'd be a joker and a fool. When I look up, it's you, my last someone new. Man, I go back to the table again. Got a pair of kings in my hand. If it don't show on the river, maybe I just don't get her. But they're gonna cash out in the end. It ain't how much I win, 'cause I played all my highest cards, and all I need is a pair of hearts. All right, everybody, thanks very much. My name's Ty Wilson, and thank you, Kearnsy, from